Welcome to the How to Succeed in Business and Health channel. Baldwin Bitcoin here. Solnexb is a revolutionary decentralized project that offers smart contracts. And we're going to go into a deep dive into Solnex. First things first, I'm not a financial advisor, but I will share this project with those who are interested, and I will give my proof along the way. So Solnexb, A to Z, your complete guide from A to Z with Solnex. So let's begin. Solnex strategic roadmap is right here. And more than 2 years ago in Q1, the development and banking partnerships were completed. Now these banks were the SBI, the HDFC, the ICI, and the PNB and BOB banks. In Q2 of last year was the official launching of Solnexb. And that is also when the Solana and Binance Smart Chain contracts were integrated and completed. Q3 through Q4 of 2025, the 15 times promotion began, and the goal was to accumulate more than 50,000 users into this project. And as of today, this number is well surpassed. And then Q1 of this year was the mobile app and the Asia Pacific expansion. And that's to be announced as that is still ongoing. Solnexb's vision is to be the most trusted blockchain platform for financial freedom worldwide, and it definitely can grant financial freedom. We'll get into that in a second. First, let's talk about their lending model. Now, Solnex will be lending money, but listen to this: the money that we lend does not belong to us. Solnex acts as a technology intermediary between investors and financial institutions. And these are the 5 financial institutions. With Solnexb being an Indian project, these will be the 5 banks that they have partnered with. Now, through our active employment contracts with the Solana and Binance Smart Chain blockchains, we obtain lines of credit from the largest of the Indian banks. And here are the Indian banks here. You have the State Bank of India, the SBI Bank, the HDFC Bank, the ICICI Bank, the Punjab National Bank, and then the Bank of Baroda. Now, one of our national leaders in our Solnexb communities and on our team, his frat brother, who's an attorney, has a colleague that's the unit chief for the Federal Cybersecurity Department. And what did he do? With his research, he was able to trace 3 of the bank's IP addresses to Solnex. So 3 out of 5 of these banks are working with Solnex. So that was really good to know. On top of that, after he provided that information with us, he in turn also got aboard with Solnexb. Now, what is a smart contract? We've heard that term a few times already. Well, a smart contract is a digital agreement that is stored on a blockchain that runs automatically when its conditions are met, removing the need for a middleman. I'm going to compare this to a vending machine. So think of smart contracts like a vending machine. You input the correct payment, and the machine delivers the agreed product, service, or asset. Now, this automates the process, it boosts efficiency, and it removes the need for any intermediary. Solnex has hybrid technology that composes of 2 parts, and that's banking and the blockchain. So Solnex owns audited smart contracts and working agreements with Binance Smart Chain, BSC, and the Solana chain, SOL. Their intelligent staking technology, it converts investors to financial institutions. Now, with any contract, you will have a signature. So the investor signs the banking contract. Well, since Solnexb is a decentralized project, our signature is simply our email and our password. Financing. The bank then places the funds available into the smart contract. You have automation. The Solnexb automates the blockchain staking. Then you have recovery. The bank recovers the capital at maturity. Then you have profits. At the end of completion, the investor retains 30% of the gains. Let's talk a little bit more about blockchain and staking. With DeFi staking, it involves locking your cryptocurrency in a decentralized finance protocol, usually a smart contract, to support network operations such as validating transactions. In return for contributing to the network security and liquidity, you receive rewards, typically in the form of more cryptocurrency, functioning as a form of passive income similar to the earning interest in a traditional savings account or a CD. Now, the key difference in the Solnexb staking as opposed to normal staking is in the standard blockchain staking, you own the assets, okay? You provide the capital in the staking. You choose the validator. The validator the addresses are visible. The staking occurs transparently and on-chain. However, with Solnexb, their structure in staking is quite different, whereas we do not own the staking capital. The staking infrastructure is privately controlled. It's not accessible to us. The validator systems are not publicly exposed. But who is a validator in the blockchain? And this is where Solnexb works its magic. See, validators are people who keep the blockchain network running securely on the network. They lock up some digital coins, and in turn, they will earn rewards by verifying transactions. Now, this process is called staking. Validator's job is to validate the block and receive validation proof. It uses POSs, which are proofs of stake. You need technical skills and a huge infrastructure and capital. So, a proof of stake example with Ethereum and the BNB chain. Those are examples of where you can stake. Now, the minimum staking requirements in Ethereum, you are required to activate a single validator with a minimum of 32 Ethereum. And for Binance, the minimum BNB, the minimum to start a validator is between 2,000 BNB to about 10,000 BNB. And that's just to have a realistic chance of becoming a top active validator. So we talk about the amount that it takes to make money by staking a contract. Well, by staking. And this is what Solnexb will do for you. Solnexb will take a $16,000 loan, $16,400 loan, and place it into a contract that we activate for just $50. We already know how much it takes to become a solid validator, to make money. Well, Solnex is putting that money up. This is other people's money. It is the Indian bank's money that is going into these smart contracts that we simply activate for $50 or $100. So these are two of the four contracts that Solnexb offers. First is the $50 one. You get a bank loan of $16,400. That is a daily benefit of $19.18. And at the end of the year, that is $7,000 in total benefit. You have the Pro, which is $100. The bank loan that is placed into the smart contract is $35,200. That is a daily benefit of $41.10. And the total benefit after a year is $15,000. Now, the staking capital on Solnexb is split in two chains. That's 60% on the Binance chain and 40% on the Solana chain. All contracts are 365 days. Funds are locked. Staking begins. And then in 365 days, your profit is released. The most popular is the $50 contract, obviously, but the best value is the $100 contract, as opposed to buying two $50 contracts, which at the end of a year would give you $14,000. You could get one $100 contract and get $15,000 at the end of the same amount of time. The other two of the four contracts that Solnexb offers are promotional. Okay, and you pay 10 times. This is limited edition, 15x. You pay 10x, the company will add 5 free, meaning you will receive a 15x value. So the promo startup for $500, Solnexb will give you 5 additional contracts, making it a total of 15 contracts. That is a daily profit of $287.70, with a total profit after a year of $105,000. For $1,000, Solnexb will credit you an additional $500 for a total of 15 $100 contracts, which have a daily profit of $616.50, with a total year profit of $225,000. Again, as a reminder, you have the staking here. The 60% is in Binance and 40% is in Solana. All right. So not everyone can become a validator, but everyone can become a delegator. And Solnexb is offering us the opportunity with capital provision to stake. They are offering the capital to do this. And we, as a delegator, we allow them to do all the tasks which are completed on the blockchain that is controlled and coded by that smart contract. I hope that is making sense to you. So as a recap, 1 year contract for $50 yields $7,000. 1 year contract for $100, that will yield $15,000. And then the 1 year $500 smart contract bundle is $105,000 at the end of the year. And the 1 year $1,000 smart contract bundle will yield $225,000 at the end of the year. Now, not everyone has money. I get that. Not everyone has multiple $1,000s to get the bundles. So my 2-year retirement plan that I would like to share with you, since wealth isn't given and is built with one smart contract at a time, I encourage you to at least get one contract, be it the $50 contract or the $100 contract. And then at the end of a year, you will use those proceeds to purchase more. One, you realize that Solnexb is legit and that staking occurs and that companies have been staking for a decade. Okay? And then for 2, you won't have to go into your funds or pocket again because you will be using the funds and proceeds from the contract expiring. All right. Now, if you want to increase your revenue, this is one thing that I do appreciate about Solnexb. They do offer 2-level referral systems. Now, as a reminder, you do not have to refer. You do not have to recruit. This is purely optional. You can buy your contract, sit down, go about life, not think about it, and then in 12 months retrieve your profits. But Solnexb is giving those who want to share an opportunity to make more money, and I'm really proud of that. So level 1, your direct referrals, there's 30% on the investment of your direct referrals. Level 2 are your indirect referrals. You get 5% on the investment of your secondary network. I want you to look down here, though. You see, you get your money on your front end, but Solnexb is quite extraordinary because they will also give you money on your back end. Your withdrawal bonus of 10%. Now, when your referrals complete their contract and withdraw their profits, you receive 10% of the total amount withdrawn. That is incredible. So, with the level 1 and the level 2, if someone buys your $50 contract, first level, you get $15. Second level, you would get $2.50. If someone activated a $100 contract, first level, you would get $30. Second level, you would get $5. If someone was to activate a bundle, the $500 bundle, you would get $150 on your first level and $25 on your second level. And if someone were to activate a $1,000 bundle, on your first level, you would receive $300, and on your second level, $50. And these are withdrawable instantly. Okay. Now, of course, you have to wait for the locked period for your contract to mature to retrieve those profits. But at the same token, I just want to reiterate, you can make money while you wait for your contracts to mature. Also, you can unlock additional bonuses. All right. And this is on your level 1 and level 2 accumulative investment. But this is the big one down here. If you bring in $10,000 in volume, okay, on your first level, Solnexb will give you $5,500. And that is the national leader bonus. Quite amazing. And many in our team have achieved that that bonus. So let's go into Solnex. Once you receive your referral link and you click on that link, this is the screen that is going to pop up. Okay. And as you see here, it says Solnexb stake and earn with Solnex. The total stake so far is $1.2 billion. As far as active user, way more than it used to be, 1.6 million. And we are in Solnex is available in 120 plus countries. At the bottom, you can log in this way if you're already registered, or you can register simply here. And then right here with the headphone icons in the bottom right hand corner is where you contact customer support. And they have a support team on WhatsApp. You contact them. Once you reach your country leader, you can request your country leader rewards, and you can email them as well. So let's go ahead and log in here. All right, now the display and the website is quite simple. Once you get the hang of this, you'll fly through it. All right, so at the initial display, you have Solnexb, and at the top, you have your big promotion, and that is the $500 bundle and the $1,000 bundle. If we select this, it'll tell us that we have 190 days. That is the countdown. And again, the $500 bundle and the $1,000 bundle. Okay, so just to get familiar with your screen, here's the home screen, and this arrow right here next to that is where you top up or deposit. All right, and you want to select whichever amount you want to top up with. Payment is only received in USDT BEP20. So USDT BEP20, no other cryptocurrency is going to be compatible for this. All right. Okay, and keep in mind they are staking in BNB. And they're staking on Solana as well. But in order to activate a contract, you must deposit BNB USD USD BEP20. And then you want to go to continue after you select your amount and go from there. But I want to say once you make your deposit, please look for this right here. This is going to be in your back office. After your confirmations are confirmed, this will pop up. You have got to select this. Otherwise, your deposit won't be credited, even though the money is ready. All right. So please be sure that you do that one step. You could be literally delaying the activation of your contract by not doing that. So that's how you make your deposit. As far as invest, if you go right here, this is how you would invest in a contract. You make sure you have enough in your balance, and you would scroll down and you could select your 50. You see how this is highlighted, your $50 contract, which gets $7,000 in a year, or your $100 contract that will get you $15,000 in a year. You would go to I agree. You have to click this, and then you would go to stake now, and you would be on your way to staking. As far as the contracts, your contracts are located here. As you see, at the moment, I have 3. And everything is going as planned. You have your accumulated profit per contract. Okay. First contract is about a month and a week old. And so far, these 3 contracts, only activating 3 contracts, is already at $1,323 with a daily profit of $57.54 because I have 3 of the $50 contracts that pay out $19.18 a day. Again, you cannot touch these funds until your contracts are matured. All right. Let's see. Let's go to team. This is when you have referrals. Your referral link would be right here. You would copy and paste here and send that link to your loved ones, friends, and family. It'll show you your referrals and just very elaborate. It's elaborate, but yet still simple. So that's how you would locate your team. Then you have your transfer right here. One of the key benefits of Solnexb is that they offer internal transfer. And with internal transfer, as long as you have money in your account, you can send it to and from those who have accounts with Solnexb as well. And there is no withdrawal fee for that, no transfer fee for that. It's seamless. So it can also save money, and it is very time efficient to do an internal transfer. So keep that in mind when you want to move funds, that they do have this provision here. All right, what else is at the bottom? You have your withdrawal arrow. And as far as withdrawal, I want to mention this to you, that only USD BEP20 is withdrawable or supported. So ensure that your wallet address is correct, because withdrawals are processed within 24 to 48 hours. I'm sorry, that is very small letters. It was very difficult to see that. Withdrawal fees are 1%. 1%. Whether that is a bonus to Solnexb. 1% withdrawal fees, and you can withdraw a maximum of $10,000 a day. However, when your contracts mature, you can withdraw all of that. The $10,000 a day cap is on bonuses, be it leadership bonuses or team volume bonuses. It could be just strictly referral bonuses. So please, I want to make sure that you know the $10,000 cap is for typical withdrawals. All right. But there will be no cap on withdrawals once our contracts mature in a year. Right here, you have your profile, bottom right, and the profile is just that. Simply, it just is the profile, and you put your sensitive information in there, but it's not asking much. Country you're from, cell phone number, optional if you want to provide that. All right. So again, this is decentralized, so there is no important info that is going to be shared. Okay, so then that is how you do your profile. Now, if you go to leaderboard, I wanted to show you this. In your leaderboard, you have your top earners, and you have King Saul as number 1, and there are many of our national leaders on Solnex that are ranked all through the top 40 and top 50. And I love that about the team that I'm in and the group that I'm in. This is great leadership, and it's great inspiration as well, and motivation to become a leader as well. Now, with the leadership board, you can also look at top referrers, you can look at the top investors, and then you can look at who has the most contracts or active contracts. Just, again, an elaborate website, but it's also extremely simple. Okay. And I do believe that is pretty much it for the website. Tried to cover everything pretty quickly. Wanted to let you get back to your schedules. Also, I wanted to mention this. When it comes to new registrants trying to sign in, I've heard that they've been getting this. Your connection is not private. Now, this happened to a downline of mine earlier today. And at his place of employment, his signal was not that strong. Once he made it to his home, signal was stronger, and he was able to not only activate his contracts, but take advantage of one of the bundles as well. So double check your connection, look at your security settings, and then troubleshoot. But this is not on Solnex's end. My account has never looked like this when I opened it. But proceed at your own risk, not with Solnexb, but with how you go about enabling the settings to permit this account on your device. All right. So with Solnexb 2026, this is the year. Do not be like those on the right that are going to be waiting to be part of the Solnexb community. We are the frontiers of this. The first national leader reward was paid to a woman exactly 90 days ago, April 17th of this year. So at least, at the bare minimum, at least 90 days this project has been active and people are getting their leadership bonuses. But just like one of our national leaders told me, the money and financial freedom is still in activating your contracts. Get those contracts. Again, my 2-year retirement plan is extremely simple, it's optional, it's opinionated, but at least get one contract now. And then when that expires, get more. Because again, wealth isn't given, it's built with one smart contract at a time. So I want to thank you for viewing. My projects, me talking about any project takes a lot for me because we know what we've all been through in the past. But fortunately, there are projects like this that do exist. And when they exist, it's my pleasure to bring those to you because they're hard to find. A legit project that actually works and that is paying and that is following a blueprint of smart contract and staking protocols. And we'll talk about that in future videos. But if you wish to learn more, join us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our weekly Zoom presentations. We have the best presenters and contract holders in Solnexb. Hands down, we have several national leaders on each and every call. We're an amazing group that has pioneered this journey, so invite your friends and loved ones so they too can take advantage of this passive opportunity called Solnexb. Just be polite, mute your microphones upon entering the Zoom. So like, subscribe, drop a comment requesting our Zoom info, and I will get that back to you. All right. And first things first, I need you to register your free account with Solnexb. Use my invitation link found in the comments or the description, as this is an invitation only project. Okay. Invitation only. So hope that broke it down A to Z. It was kind of fast, but share this with your team. If you want to share this opportunity with others, but just don't have the time, forward them to me. And I will walk them through this as well, as I do with my team, as I have with all of my projects. The only one that will show you every 30 days my progression with Solnexb. If there are any updates or any good things happening, I will also update you with that as well, because that is what I'm here for. All right, bought one Bitcoin here, and I will see you on the next one.